I might try to post once in a while on my YouTube so that everyone can get a general idea of what these study sessions are like, because I'm doing these indefinitely, right? Until something happens. Obviously, me and Logan are going to start doing Sunday sessions, so we're going to alternate, which is nice because it gives me a break, but I'm still going to do another session throughout the week. So if Logan's doing one Sunday and I'm not, I'm going to sneak in one through in the week, maybe two, depends how I'm feeling, depending what the schedule's like. If not, we'll get it in regardless. But it's gonna, be good for the break here and there. So let's see how this goes. All right, Abdu. So for everyone that's new, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Quantum Shift Study Session. For tonight, we are always looking at NQ and gold at the moment. The setups are identical for both. The only difference is the time frames we are looking at. For gold, 1 minute and 2 minutes. For NQ, the 1 minute and 5 minute. Setups are identical all around though. What we look for with NQ is the crossovers going the same direction on the 1 minute and 5 minute to form stack levels, which just means the formation of the levels heading in the same direction, right? And the levels that you see on, actually, want to accidentally, these are pretty wide, so I'm going to have to up my points as well, because the levels are so freaking wide apart right now that we're not going to see that many. So I'm going to have to, let's put it 1,000. We dropped 1,000 points, so let me look at levels that are formed 1,000 points separate. And we're going to actually go over, here, this is what I'm going to do. I don't want to mess with this one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up to 5, boom, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to switch this back to 250. I'm going to go in here, 1 minute, 2 minute, 2 minute. Go in here. This is the new one. And Q, I'm going to go through each one here so you guys can see what I'm looking for when I'm looking for stack levels. 1 minute, right? And anybody that's new, make sure you guys go in to the quantum chat to look for the settings. I have both NQ settings, which are 1 and the 5. Gold settings will be the 1 and the 2, right? That's the settings. They're tagged. They are pinned in the quantum chat for you guys to see. Anyone who is new, also please check out my YouTube videos. A lot of what we're going to go through here are already in there, right? Stop losses, resistance points, how to use the cloud, all that stuff. I'm going to make a lot more content on it. Exactly what I'm looking for, right? When I'm looking for TPs, usually I have a base hit that I always hit, 5 and 10, 5 and 10. That's no secret. I do the same thing over and over again, right? Stop losses are simple with quantum. The stop losses are the breaks of our bullish or bearish candles, which makes the play dead, or what else could be forming if a purple or blue candle, right? Purple candle and then a blue candle, right? Could be range. So you had your quantum range over here, right? If you drew your high side purple, which was up here, which is still being respected currently, and then your bottom side blue, which is currently this guy, right? It's got a lot of chop here where it did try to break out once, quickly rejected, broke out again, pushed back up, bullish wick up, broke back in, broke out again, retested once, broke back in, and just kept trying to mess around with it, right? Pre 7 p.m. ugliness. Now it's back inside the range. That's it. It's just back inside, doing nothing at all. All right, so let's scroll out. Let me make sure I adjusted my levels. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I made those adjustments. Let's go to TF. Let's go to 1,000, and let's take a look at what these stack levels are and the potential moves you can see when these levels get respected. So we'll start all the way down here, because this was the initial part, right? Where you had a stack level formation at the open, right? That was a push up, so I wouldn't even really look at that just because that's opening stuff. But things like this, right? You have this 5 minute level up here. Let's zoom in. Zoom, zoom, zoom in. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Clark, you're going to get called out on that tag, brother, for sure. Let me see. I haven't even noticed. What is it? And it's AW. Ooh, yeah. Something, the name like that, Clark? AW Trades? Gotta end up changing you, brother. All right, so you got a 5 minute level up here, right? That got tapped up here, right? Showed respect. All right, respected that level, 3388. Missed it by a couple points. Pulled all the way back down. And then you had a new kind of stack level formed on this pull down here, right? I would still consider this a stack level. This level was holding, even though it was older. New level held down below. Had sell signals. So you had the purple bearish candle, right? Purple candles bearish, blue candles bullish. Cross inside the body. Those crosses form our levels. When they are attached to our candle, gives them strength, right? And you'll see how many times it got tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a bunch of little times right there. All right, you had a bunch of opportunities to scalp advanced read plays, which is just retesting the level, and your stop losses, that little red orange line, that's your stop loss line, right? Do I put it right on it? No, I hover it a little bit above. If I have another guiding candle like this guy right here, and it's not that much riskier, right? 360, 381. Ooh, that's 20 points extra risk. Hell no. I'm just gonna leave it right above there, 61. Anytime it came up to 54, my stop loss will be at 61. 6 point risk for potential. Let's see how many times it pulled back each time, right? This hit 54, pulled down to 38, 17, 18 points. Came up again, 54, right? Stop loss still right there, 54. It came all the way down to 303. That's 50 some points for a 5 point risk. Somebody can do the math on the RR on that. Again, I don't look at RR and stuff, right? I scalp. I always take what it gives me, and if it keeps running, it keeps running. Sometimes my runner catches it, sometimes it doesn't. I don't care, right? I'm looking for these low risk potential plays. Comes back again, 54. Stop loss above 61. Comes back again, right? Gives you another 20 points. Does it again over here, right? This one hit 54, 56. Stop loss above 61. And it just tanked. And you can see little setups here and there, right? Huge drop. And this was 10:01 a.m. And it kept respecting this over and over and over again. And then that tank, like it saw it coming. Like it almost saw this tank coming. There's your signal. There's your areas of resistance. Huge drop. Huge monster drop, right? What else did it do, right? For everyone who's a veteran in here now, who is now a regular, what else did this do, right? What else do we have here, right? You got your quantum range, right? You also have these guys back here that did not get broken, right? Sometimes if you're wondering, oh, you keep getting faked out, right? Zoom out a little bit. That's your last blue one. Ripped right through, 1, 2, and then huge drop, right? That was it. There was nothing else really since then. You had this guy here, but it went right through that too. Big drop, and then an attempt to test the downtrend, right? You had your blue guy, right? What happened when it broke the blue guy? Failed bear bullish move, right? Failed bullish move, little 3-bar push down. Another failed bullish move, another little push down. And then finally, it kind of started pausing. Finally give a little pause, little failed bearish push here, and then it formed a new range, right? Back-to-back signals around the same area. Here's your little potential range buildup, and voila, right? Little break, failed retest, another break, failed retest, break, failed retest. Oh, look, new blue one. Move it down here, right? Nothing broke, nothing broke. Wicks, another blue one. Move your blue down. There you go. New range. Up, there's your break. Retest, 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 retest. Push down. Oh, new one, right? Remember, guys, it's not just about the signals. You can do this all day. You can play just ranges. Ranges, when they're small and tight, low risk, right? You can play the centers. You can play the top. This one was about 40 points risk. So if you're going to play the whole box, yeah, it's risky. Here's your break. Little hold the retest, little push up, right? That's one setup. A++ setups. Let's go over the A++ setups. Right, very simple. A++ setups are easy to look for. And why are they? I'll go over why they are the A++ setups. I think I already explained it a little while ago with that level that got respected up top, right? A++ setup is a cross within the body of the candle, right? Gives us our level that forms the level that tends to give it strength. You have to be cautious where you're going to play it, because obviously if you're inside of a range, right? If you're inside of a range, there's a chance it's not going to move down that much, right? You're going to just get stuck still in the range. So you have your A++ set up here. Entry is always at the candle close. If the risk is too high, you can always wait for a retest of that level or close to it. Does it always tap it? No, it doesn't always tap it, right? But you can already get an idea, right? This is 56. Your stop loss is above at 69, 13, 14 points, right? Pretty up there. If it's 47, 69, that's 24-point stop loss. Maybe 1 or 2 micros at max to test that out, to see how far down it could go with these monster moves that was happening on Friday. Right, here's an A++ as well, right? Not horrible because the candle's about the same size as the rest of them, but it gave you what? A entry at the close, 91. It gave you like still 10 points, and then it pulled back up. Like little tiny tap here where it pulled up and then stopped you out, and then another one formed back here, right? Still a decent setup. Crosses within the bottom. That's on the top side. Still risky. This one's riskier, obviously, because it's on the top side, right? And then again, look at where your potential entry point, risk too high, wait for the retest, maybe entry up here, stop loss still there, and you would have still caught a decent move there, right? So that never changes. It's the same thing every time. Candle close, entry on the A++ setups, or wait for the retest of the levels, which I call the advanced reads. The advanced reads are just a retest of the levels attached to the A++ setups. Stop losses are always above those lines, right? If it's the opposite, let's look for a buy one. All right, right here, right? Here's a buy signal. Right, cross inside the body, blue candle, right? It will give us our levels. Entry at the top, stop loss below. Obviously, the volatile market was wild. This is like a 40-point stop loss, and then it gave you a huge 100-point push up, almost like 70-point push up right there. Right? Again, the market was wild on Friday, but that's all the A++ setups are. Right? Cross inside the body, You scalp the move, right? Even if it's behind, right? In front are risky. In front, I don't like them when they're in front. Behind are just as good as inside. Behind are just as good inside. Entry at 35. Risk would be all the way down here at 23. Not horrible. 35. That would have gotten you almost your 10 points. Almost right there. Would have pulled back before it gave you the whole 10. And then broke out that range with that last second tweet that he gave out on that pull down. Okay. So those are A++ setups. Let's see if we can spot some more further back. Because these moves were wild. Friday was super volatile, super risky. Did it keep going down? Dude, did it keep going down? I don't know. I can't tell. I think it went up. I can't tell. I just see my DOMs going a little nuts right now. The market's super volatile right now, right? Bunch of, you can see them all over the place, right? Risk factor always plays a role in my entry points. I look for 15 points or less personally, right? It can vary for you guys. Some of you guys may be bigger balls than me. I don't know. Some of you ladies might have bigger balls than me. I don't know. But here's your, entry 12, right? Stop loss below 6. That's about 6-7 points. There's your 12, right? Pushed all the way up. Yeah, you got more than 10 points on this push right here, right? This cross happened in front. Not ideal, right? Moves usually in progress, but it did retest the level a few times, right? So let me draw this line out right here, right? Let me get rid of this guy, right? Very simple, right? Let's just say that this level was here, right? It respected the level, formed here, respected it once, came on retested, right? Your stop loss will be right below this blue. So if you entered at 313, your stop loss will be about right below 310. That's about 3 points, 4 points, maybe 5 points. Put 5 point stop loss. As long as it respected that level, you have a potential push. There's that push, right? Another one, A++ setup, right? We could move that line to where the level is formed. Here's your level. Here's the entry point 34, stop loss below 27. Candle's fairly large compared to this guy, so I would wait. Pulls back to 31, 32. Stop loss still below 28, 27, 4 points. You got a little push up. There's your little push up. And now you had a little A++ potentially for the way down, but it was still wicky up here. So this would have probably stopped you out. And then did decide to pull down, obviously, afterwards. Right? Let's go in here. Right? Same thing. Same idea, right? This is 5:13 in the morning. Let's get rid of these lines so we don't get confused at what these blue lines are, because these blue lines, if you see them on my chart, I draw them, right? Yeah, I'm picking my little line here, and there's where my level's formed. Oh, look at that. Level gets respected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Entry at any of these. Stop loss above there. 24. Right? Less than 10 points. About 10 points. Oh, there's your move down. Right? Oh, look. Big blue candle. Right? Buy signal. A++ setup. Do we take this? No. We're not looking for immediate reversals. Candles twice the size of the previous one. They get retraced the majority of the time. Right? Finding a strong downtrend now. Just broke out this bullish move that failed, obviously. Rejected, right? Pulled down from 306 to 316, just about 10 points. But again, it might not make it up there. So I wouldn't be taking anything on that kind of, that large of a candle. Once the full bullish move failed, right? If the bullish move failed, retested it once and then dropped some more. And then this one, right? The cross below the body or above the body, right? If it's a bullish candle below the body is risky, above the body, also risky. There it is. So, man. Some of you guys are having audio issues. I'm just reading some of the some of you guys are having audio issues. So I am recording this one. So I went through some really good stuff. Or if you guys didn't get to hear it, I probably will be posting this one. So if some of you guys did not hear me, be on the lookout for my YouTube. I'll ping everyone in Quantum Chat so that you guys can go over this. It's very simple. All right. And a lot of the stuff's already posted in there too. But it's sometimes good when you guys get to kind of go over it live with me. So. Right, cross below the body of the candles is riskier. Above the body on a purple, below the body in the blue, because what happens? These levels get retested. There are times, right, unless you have another level below to give you guidance of a potential hold area, this is the only way I would enter a play like this with the EMAs curling up. If I have a level that's holding, EMAs curling, my stop loss becomes that level below. I would enter on the curling of the EMAs. As long as it can hold, usually it tends to be a low risk entry, and then usually that'll lead up to something like this. That gives a push. But you want confluences. You don't just want to blindly go into signals. You want to wait, be patient, catch the plays that give you setups to potentially go, right? Don't try to catch a play in the middle of the chart, in the middle of nowhere where you're stuck in between levels. That's no man's land. You're going to get eaten up and chopped. You're going to be guessing which way he wants to go because sometimes it'll stay there for a while. We've seen that before. So be cautious, right? Again, right? We just saw the cross below. Oh, look, there's the cross above, right? It'd give you a pull down. It did play out. Would I take this? Probably not. Most likely not. I don't like taking these. But it did play out, right? Do they play out sometimes? Yes, they do, right? Now, another example, when they happen back to back, right? When you have crosses happening back to back like this, that's range. That's just tight. I like to see when they kind of spread out a little bit because it tends to get choppy when they're really tight and really close. So we had a cross down, then immediately cross up, right? And then, oh, what can you do here? Gee, I wonder, right? Oh, there's your range. Oh, there's your break. There's your retest, retest, retest. There's your move, right? So you have abilities to shift depending on what the market's giving you. There's never any guessing, right? You know your bullish candles, you know your bearish candles. If your bearish candles fail, and you're in a short, get the hell out of the short. Don't be holding on thinking, oh, maybe it'll flip. No, you're either going to get eaten up on the reversal or you're just going to get eaten up and chopped. Don't fight the system, guys. Like, don't fight it, right? I'm consistent because I follow the same routine over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Nothing changes. Absolutely nothing ever changes. The purples are always bearish. The blues are always bullish. So if I have a bullish candle and my bullish candle fails, I know my long play is dead. I'm not going to hold on to a long play and average into oblivion, knowing that my bullish play absolutely failed and I am going to be just playing the hope game. We don't play the hope game here, right? A++ setup, cross inside, right? 313, not 5 points hold, but did push up to give you a little retest at 317, stop to a 4.5 point stop loss. Then it pulled down to give you your 10 points and a little extra. There you go, right? Oh, look, A++ setup on the way up, right? Guess what we can do here? Gee, I wonder. There's a line, right? There's your retest. And then again, right? You know, you have some bearish candles too. But here you go, right? Your entry point maybe didn't like that 18, even though it was just about 5-point risk. Here's your retest of that level at 317. Now it's just about a 4-point risk. There's your push up to the top of the range, right? Oh, there it goes, 323. So you already got 5 points in slow moving Asia session or morning session. And then it broke through there and gave you a little push up. And then you formed another little range area. Then you could just do this. All right. Ta-da. And then you formed another little pocket range area right here. Ta-da. And there you go. It's very simple. A lot of people look at it and they just overcomplicate it with their eyes. It's very simple. We know what's bullish. We know what's bearish. That's all we look for. The A++ setup. That's all we look for, right? That's the 1 minute chart alone, right? Stack levels are there just the two levels, the 5 minute level and the 1 minute level being very close to each other. Let me go take a look at I just saw my DOM shoot up. Oh, look at that. There was an A++ setup that actually formed in here. Gee, we just went over this. Look at that, right? It happens in real time. Happens in real time. Look where it's wicking, right on that level. Breaks this level, 43.75. There's no real bullet bearish candles here until it just broke this guy right here. Next one's all the way up here. Oh, look at that. Ripped right through it. Can it hold above? Right, it has to hold above it. And then we may see some push up. There it is. Guys get to see it live in action. It's the same repeated patterns over and over and over again, right? Are they 100% win rate? No. Nothing is 100%. Absolutely nothing. Anyone tells you it is, run. Turn around because they're lying. They're just trying to grab your money. I'm trying to show you guys a little system that you can use that can give you some guidance to make entries, to make exits, to make decisions based on the structure you're seeing, right? The quantum candles give you a nice base structure to look at. When they're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, range. That's it, right? Levels. You know where your room is. You know when your 5 minute and 1 minute are lining up that there's potential push. Let's look at the 5 minute real quick. So the 5 minute cross down, it's trying to push itself up. So this cross down got flipped, but no real stack levels on it yet because this was a huge push up. Then give you this little quick pull down and then pushed up. Let's take a look at gold. So this is the 5, that's the 1. So it's all over. Let's switch it back to 4 now. I'm gonna switch it back to 4. Gold, okay, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Gold did a stack level on the way down, actually. All right, here we go for gold. All right. Oh, look at this, right? A++ signal. No, you got the signal. Yeah, you did, but was it good? No, why? Cross in front, right? Cross in front gives you the push. Oh, look where you rejected, right? Rejected off that stack level, gave you a pull down. Now it's coming back to test this level down here. What was this also? Failed bearish, bullish move. Failed bullish move. What else can you do here, right? This is your kind of wider gold range. Right here, right? Those are the only two purples and blues that you had. So you had to wait for this one to break or this one. Oh, look, there's a break. There's a retest. There's your move down. Simple, right? Simple. Just make it simple. Don't try to understand the whole thing at once, right? Because when you dumb it down and you're just looking at your setups, that's all you're looking at your setups. You're not waiting for anything else. You're not trying to overcomplicate it. You're not trying to mix and match everything. All you're looking at is one particular setup. Pick and choose which setup looks the best, and that's it. Just play that setup. Don't try to play everything at the same time. Look for where you have room. Are you inside a range? Will this A++ setup at the bottom side of the range give me a move to the top side of the range? Will I have room to collect? Am I downtrending? Am I uptrending? That's the analysis part that we should all be doing already, right? But the part of it is just look for where you have room, right? The setups are there. When the 1 minute and 5 minute on NQ align, it's always going to be a move. When the gold 1 minute and 2 minute align, it's always going to be a move. All right. So that was A++ setup range, right? And let's go over some more gold range. I know some of you guys, right, you had this wild one over here, this big one right here, right? You had this bottom blue wick. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Did anything ever break it? Nope. 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 Oh, look, there's your break. There's your retest. There's your move. I don't know I don't know how to make it any easier. And we go over the same thing every week. Every week it's the same thing on repeat. You go to my YouTube channels, look at every setup I've played from the back of time. They're the exact same thing, right? This is how I am consistent. I'm going to repeat this over and over again, right? I told my people who've been in these study sessions from the beginning with me, eventually you guys are going to get sick of being here because you're going to hear the same thing over and over again. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. This is how I make my money. This is how I do my living, how I make my living out of profits from futures trading, right? I started coaching in April. Before I started coaching, I only relied on futures income. That was it. And all I needed to do was hit 250 on 4 accounts every day for a few months. And then I started building off of that. It was over and over, just 250, right? If you have a $2,000 max withdrawal, right, for 50K, I love 50K accounts. Right? A little bit of free chicken here, y'all. I love 50K accounts, right? Everyone knows my sizings. Max is 6 micros. I hit 6. I used to actually only hit. I only did 5 micros back in this time. Only did 5 micros. 250 was my goal. I hit my buffer. My buffer was 2K every 10 days with Tradeify because it was, I think it's 7 now, but back then it was 10 days. I hit 250 every 10 days. I hit 2,500. 500 stays in the buffer. 2,000 goes to me. Did that with 2 accounts. Then I went to my funded futures or the starter plus, right? The setup is identical to alpha. So if you guys have the 50K alphas, you can also do the same thing with alpha. Get to the buffer. Every 5 days you hit 200, right? You can withdraw 1,200 or 1,500, right? You might actually be able to do 300 instead. All I hit was 250 every 5 days. 250 times 5 is 1,250. I could take out 1,200 every 5 days. 50 would stay out in every week. 50 would stay in the buffer and add to it. And I would just pull out 1,200 every 5 days times 2. So 4 accounts, my first month with 4 accounts of payouts, I almost made $20,000 in payouts just hitting $250 in 4 accounts, calling it a day. And I still do stuff like that. You guys sometimes see when I have those little wins on small accounts. Those are usually my serious accounts that I don't mess around with. I have my one fuck around and find out pro account that I made 3K on last Friday. Because I was like, the volatility was wild. I'm like, let me see what I can do on this F around and find out account. Because it's not my serious one. Let me have some fun with it. Right? So when you guys build, take your time. Don't race. I know the itch that we want to show off big wins and to get that payout as fast as possible, but you will end up burying yourself faster that way in debt and then losing money and not taking money out of the system. Learn each setup, right? If you guys are with me or you guys are with Pivot Hunter, which is also an amazing tool to have, an amazing indicator to have, get comfortable reading the setups, get comfortable understanding your risk factors, get comfortable hitting your TPs over and over and over again until you start trying to go all in, right? Build up to that. Don't go in trying to like hit a 20, 30, 50 point trade right off the bat. Get good at hitting 10 points over and over and over again. 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. Every once in a while, you're going to hit a run. You're going to hit a home runner with the runner. And that's all you got to do over and over and over again. And then you're going to start having a stack of accounts that you could just have fun with, right? That's some free chicken for you guys right there. Because, I want everyone to, my goal is for everyone to succeed. I don't care who you're with, what you're doing, what you're trading, what indicator you're using. We're all in this together. We're all a team. You, me, Logan, Max, Llama, we're all in this together. We all have the same end goal. Why are we always doing these shows for free for everyone, trading in front of everyone? We want everyone to have a piece of this, man. It's wild to think that I'm doing this for a living right now. It's so freaking wild. Like, I still don't believe it's true. That's how crazy it is. Like, I don't feel like this shit's real still. But it is. And I still don't feel I'm as good as a trader as I am. And I know I am because I make money off of it still, but I still don't feel like it's weird. It's this whole, like, the whole imposter syndrome is wild. But everyone can do this. Like, I'm telling you guys, everyone can do this. What I follow, what I read, every single one of you guys can do it. There's no reason not to, right? And if you've been my coach, if you've been coached by me, you have other added confluences to read off of, the sauce box and everything. So I'm going to start reading off questions. So kind of hope everyone understands, right? A++ setups, range plays with Quantum. Super clean, super easy to follow. The stack levels, I have those YouTube videos you guys can go rewatch. I'm going to be posting this one as well. So be on the lookout for that so everyone can watch it. Now I'm going to start hitting questions because just like that, we're 40 minutes in and then I'm going to get super behind. And before we know in the blink of an eye, we'll be up to 2 hours in this thing. All right. And again, we're going to have another one sometime this week. We're going to do another one of these and we're going to go over the same stuff. Again, gold's respecting right now. It's stuck in between these two stacks. So this is your gold range right now. It's going from this top side to this bottom side. So as long as it can stay above this, it'll definitely try to pull itself back up here. But if it breaks through this, next area would be if it could crack through this old range, then it could come down here. But so far, it's just hanging out. The two minute EMAs are still pointing down and flatlining. So I'm liking this to give more, as I was saying, I still like it to give more pull down because the 2 minute has not started scooping up yet, has not started bowling enough yet, right? I wanted to see it hold above the 460 and continue to pull up a little more to see that bowling on that like the scoop on the 2 minute. All right, let's go back. All right, what's my price target for gold, Howie? With gold, I've been experimenting with two. With the 1 minute 8++, I've been going for 1 and 1.5. For the 1 and the 2 lineup, the stack levels, I've been going for 2 and then I trail. And it's been going well so far, especially with the last couple days where it's just been like $5 plus moves. Like it's been insane with gold. That's how I hit that 3K, like 3 something on Friday. Friday was just bonkers. My runners just kept running nonstop. It was wild. Friday was wild. But yeah, that's how it varies, right? Depending on what I'm seeing, and I'll change it around. But as long as I'm green, I'm gonna keep my green, and I take what it gives me. And the beautiful part about micros is that you can spread it out, right? Say with gold, I like to go in with 4 to 5, and I put my stop loss, and it's already running. I start trailing really close the initial entry, the initial 2 that I would hit at target, and then I spread out the last couple. One by $1.50, and the other one maybe I'll give it like back at entry, and then I'll let it take me wherever it wants to take me. So that's how I like to do it, right? And some people have played with the level. They go level to level on gold, and the levels get touched a lot, right? Like it just broke that 2 minute, and look where it wicked, right? It got really close to that bottom side. It missed it by 5 ticks right here, right? This level is at, let me zoom out, right? 54.20. 54.20, and this candle hit 54.6. So it hit 54.6 by 4 ticks and missed it and bounced right up. Now it needs to stay above 457.3, right? This is where when I'm saying it needs to stay above, I'm using my 2 EMA, the 2 minute bottom, right? The bottom EMA. I'm using this as my guidance now because it needs to stay above to pull it up, right? And if you're going into the 1 minute, right, and you want it to pull it up, you need it to stay above, right? They're tight right now. You want it to stay above the second one now. You want it to stay above 57.9. If it can't, still more pull down. And they're getting really close together. So that's telling me either the continuation push is going to be strong, or eventually we're going to enter a little chop zone where the EMAs are going to stay tight for a second. Looks like right now, right, we're staying above 57.6. It's going to form a little level down here. But this 1 minute has to stay above there. There it is, separated it. 2 minute is still far apart. I'd like the 2 minute to get a little closer. So currently still looking very tight. As long as it respects that 54, maybe potentially, but doesn't look like it's ready. It's breaking the 2 minute uptrend, right? There's your trend cloud break right here. Did a little retest, so kind of rejecting again. That's your 2 minute trend break. Let me turn MVG off of this because I don't know why that's on. I think I turned it on by accident. NQ is just hanging out up here. Like NQ looks ugly to me. Like I don't see anything good on NQ currently. Outside of this right here that formed earlier, unless this thing gets over 76.25, maybe for some pull up. I'm sorry, 78.25. 78.25. We need to like pull up above 78.25 and hold above it, or just rip right through it. Looks like the 1 minute's trying to cross up again here. I got a box all the way up here at 823, which I was eyeballing earlier because it did rip through, right? This is like, these are old boxes. It jumped off of this one and ripped right through this one. And it ripped like through a few of them. So I'm like, I haven't even, I normally delete ones that get ripped through like that. But it was such wild movement. And so far, ripped through this one and then respected it here. So I was like, okay. And now it's approaching this one here. Slowly but surely. And looks like gold again respected this level down here. Bounced off again. Pretty strong bounce that time too. There's your cross. So now if it stays above 56.3, it could continue to pull up on the 2 minute, but the 2 minute still, it doesn't look good to me. I don't think it's ready yet. It could, but it doesn't look that good to me for gold yet. Just broke the uptrend. So gold's kind of an beneficiary. All right. Let's go to the questions now. Do you prioritize your confluence in terms of importance to your EMA cloud trigger candles? Joey, with NQ, I leave alerts when it comes close to my boxes, because they're not always at them, right? They get sometimes the market will open, it'll be way above it, but there are chances and setups that I see where if the short setup is there for it to come all the way back to the box, there's a high probability it's going to at least draw really close to it. It may not hit it all the way, but sometimes I'll let one runner run extra room to see if it gets really close. And as it gets closer to the box, I'll trail things like that. But when my confluence, like say the price is inside of the box, absolutely, I'm eyeballing an entry point inside the box with a setup with Quantum, right? And I do that a lot. During power hour, when we're below the box or right on it or something, I'm like, ooh, a sauce box setup. Just like last Friday, there was a sauce box setup. We perfectly bounced off the bottom. We got the buy signal and everything. It played out beautifully. And then we had the opposite, where we had a breakdown below that had my level there. You had a Logan level there and the box, the break of the box for that short. I caught a little bit of that too. So there are setups all around, right? And when it is around my sauce boxes, I do look for setups around those. But I'm not prioritizing them. Like I don't like hunt them. Oh, it's gotta be there. There's just sometimes where it's just in between the two, and it won't really hit anything. Do you enter the trade when the candle pushes past the cross, or when candle closes on the A plus plus Pat? So my setups, right? What I'm looking for, I'm always looking for the risk first. So if I'm looking at, okay, this is a blue candle crosses inside. If this candle closes here, where's my risk? Right? That'll determine my sizing as well, like whether I'm going to go with 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll play based off of that, and I'll leave room to DCA already accepting the L, right? I'm already willing to accept the L, and in my head, I'm like, okay, if I lose here, how much is that potentially going to be, and how many, and that's going to be strike one, right? And then I'm going to guide it and go, okay, well, that's strike one for one. If I lose again, how much room am I still going to have in my account for buffer and all that stuff? Like, I don't really think about that honestly a whole lot, because I know if that's like a what. Let's take a look at this right here on 2 minute, right? Entry is 34.8, risk is 27. That's a $7 risk on gold, right? Am I just going with 2 micros just to say fuck it, not even at DCA? I might just go in with 1. All right. I did go in with like 3 on this one now. But I was already willing to take the L. I'm like, if I take the L, I take the L with 3 micros. They'll be like, I don't even know what the total will be for that, honestly. Like a couple hundred maybe. And then, if it played out, it played out, because the 2 minute levels play out great. And I did ride a lot of that up. So you catch some good stuff here and there, but you always have to gauge your risk, right? The stop losses are there. We don't have to guess, right? If it failed the A plus plus setup, you could even, if you want to, right, have your stop loss if you don't want to hold it all the way down to the bottom, if it breaks that level, right? If it breaks the level, you're going to potentially be in range. So you could do that as well to kind of minimize your risk, right? This one never even attempted to test the level. It just closed, shot up, retested that blue candle once, and then just went into the sky. But those are my entry points. If I don't like the risk, I will sometimes wait for a retest of the level. With gold, though, they don't always retest as much as with NQ. With NQ, you get a lot of advanced replays where they retest the levels. With gold, you get them once in a while, but not as often. Not as often. You get some stuff like this sometimes, right? Obviously, this buy signal, the size of the candle alone makes it riskier, right? And if you had your stop loss here, you actually would have cut like a little spike up on this guy right here, but that was it. And then here your stop would have gotten really close. If you had it right on the line, you would have got stopped out. You hovered it a little bit below, you would have been fine. You would have caught a little push up there. That would be it, right? But this is closed. So here, this isn't even a good example, because that's a close. There's no volume there. This is 2 o'clock, so that's range. Cross happened in front, so I don't like that, obviously. Once I see the blue one, I know I have range potential, right? Ones like this, right? There's a cross right here, right? Say I didn't like that entry point here. You could wait for the retest, have your stop loss, like if it holds and breaks below it, and you would have caught a decent move there. Just on that retest, right? Stop loss would have been like right a hold below that if you gave it a little breathing room, and they shot up after that. Let's see. Here's another one. You can see they don't really retest a whole lot. They just go. This happened in front, so that's risky. This happened in front, that's risky. This was the best setup. That happened in front, that was risky. This happened in front, risky as well. Right? Happened behind in the body, that was nice and clean. Happened inside the body on the top side, that was clean. So you'll start seeing this as you go back, right? Oh, there's a 2 minute level right here that held. That just formed your cross up right here on pure EMA play, right? This is the other play, right? When you have a respectable level with the pure EMA play. EMA play here, right? EMA is curling up and being pulled. Stop loss could be below the curling of the EMA, like this little point right here, or below the level. One of the two. You could pick either one. right? That's it. Just respect the level and then shut up. But everything is clear, right? You know where your failed play is. Not a failed bullish moves here on gold. Just bouncing around, back and forth, back and forth. So you see where it crossed up, right? Crossed up here. So you could have played this long here without needing the buy signal. You had the level below to give you guidance. Here's your curl. You could have chose this candle as your stop loss or the level below, and you would have caught a nice little what, 456. Oh shoot, that was like $7 move up. Damn, I didn't even see that. All right, very low risk play on that. Then broke right back down. That 2-minute downtrend held, right? And if you get a break here of this blue candle, failed bearish move, right? But if it breaks this level here, even more so. It breaks 454, even more so. But it needs to break this. How do you prioritize your conflict? Okay, so yeah. So in terms of importance, your EMA. So EMA cross is number one, Joey. So in case that makes sense, EMA is number one. The trigger candles will be number two, and then the clouds I use as guidance, and the levels I use as guidance for how much room I have. If that makes sense. So hopefully that makes clear. You enter the trade when the candle pushes past the cross, or when candles closes on an A++ setup. So the A++ setup obviously is always candle close, but if I do just pure EMA play with confluence as a level, I do play on the EMA curling as well, right? Sometimes they lead to A++ setups, just because that's usually the following routine, right? The cross respecting a level, confluence is there, crossing up into a potential A++ setup. Like we caught that that long on Friday for Power Hour. Right, I had my sauce box in play. The EMAs were curling. I liked it. I entered it. Really, really super low risk, and it shot up. We got into the A++ signal before it even formed, just based on that confluence. So those are like little things that I look for. I show your line settings in the gold chart. My lines are not matching. Please show your line settings on the gold chart. So my line settings on the gold chart, the one in the 2-minute right here. Hopefully that's clear. And they're also pinned. They're also pinned in the quantum chat. You're still having issues with your line settings, Ken, get a screenshot, post it in the quantum chat, and tag myself and Owen in it so that we can compare. Okay, well, yeah, girl. It might be easier for you to record short 10-minute videos on each of the 4 setups. Yep, Ken, that's actually exactly what I'm doing as well. I'm doing all that. So I already did kind of stack levels and things like that, but I do want to record like entry examples and things like that as well. Avi, how do you draw range again? Did you catch that going? So range is back. You want your back and forth blues and purples, right? As soon as you see a blue, then a purple, you just draw the top wick, right? We include wicks, right, of the blue and the purple. So blue is bullish, purple is bearish, right? That's my top line. Oh, new blue formed here. I'm going to move it down here. There it is, right? Oh, there's your break. There's your little retest. There's your move. Simple. That's all you look for. Back and forth blue and purples. That's your range areas, right? Right here. Top wick, purple, bottom wick of a blue. That's it. That's your ranges. This one's obviously ugly. Big blue over here. But when they kind of get outside of where they were ranging before, especially with these big ass blue candles like that, you can see it everywhere. You start seeing them everywhere. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes they're very simple. All right, top, bottom, blue again. Does the purple have to come first or what? Nope, doesn't matter, Conan, which one comes first. As long as they form back and forth in the same, you want them to be in the same vicinity, and then you can plot them, right? Even if they're not in the same vicinity, just like one like this, right? This one's a wider range on the gold, like, right? You have your top side purple up here, right? If you want to even consider this a wide range, I honestly wouldn't, but right, you can see the top side here, and then you saw that blue one down here, and then boom, that could have been it right there. You have a little retest, there's your break right now of that blue candle right there. Break of the level. So double confluences for potential pull down here. If it can close, it's going to close, potentially retest, and then go. Right, here's your pull up. I always like the pull ups. I like to wait for the pull up, right? I always do this, like when we say, oh, there's the break, and I'm like, nope, wait for the retest. Retest will give you a way lower risk potential. Let's see, more pull up. Next candle, you want to see it turn around. And then on a break, right, say this is your cross, right? This candle that broke is going to be your stop loss candle. This guy right here, or even this level. Actually, the level lined up pretty close to the level. So there you go, right? You got your 1 minute level and the 2 minute range almost identical, like a couple ticks away from each other. Just a couple ticks away, right? 1 minute's curling up, so it's getting pretty tight. So it could easily re-enter the range here, as long as it can stay below here, though. All right, how's this doing? I'll keep going. Blown so many on Friday and today. I just feel like I see it. All trades just been too easy to hit. Hoping not a fluke. Grand Penguin, the volatility is crazy right now. Play cautiously. If you blew accounts, you're playing way too heavy. You're playing a dangerous game right now. And you blew accounts already. The market's only been open for like 2 hours. You blew accounts already, bro. Size the fuck down, dude. It's volatile like crazy. There's a rejection. Right? There is that rejection. That retest up here, 54.5. Your stop would have been up here at 56. You would already been smooth sailing right now. But it could just be entering another little small zone here too, right? So this is where I would already be green trailing out, and then my little runner would be like somewhere here just floating at entry, seeing if it can collect anymore. And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, I don't care. I'm green. Does our purple have to come first? Nope. Okay. So it doesn't matter. This guy should have an amazing job making it simple. Thank you, Marsha. Awesome, Boozy. How much do you typically risk on evals? Sin on evals? I look for the same risk all around. I go heavier on evals. I do go a little heavier. Like on eval, I might go like 9 to 12 micros on a 50k eval. I've been actually messing around with 25k evals just to test gold. And I've been just sizing 4 micros, 5 micros on those. And I've been passing them in 3 days. What are the confluences you should look for? You always want it to be around a level. You want there to be a level near a potential setup. You don't want it to be in the middle of nowhere, Abdu. So you don't want Abu. Sorry, Abdu. I call you Abdu. It's Abu. You don't want to be in the middle of nowhere with no confluences, right? You want to either be in a range where you can have a clear break below or above, or you want to be around a level that could potentially hold, that could give you a nice gauge of what the EMAs may do as they curl up to form a little pull up. But you don't want to try to catch reversals. You don't want to go and chase in the middle of the chart for something that may not be there. Let's go, Grand Penguin. You came with a comeback, brother. Plus 450. Let's go. So the table IRND, yeah. So I don't even use the table anymore because now obviously I have my fold. So I always have 2 charts up. If I'm trading NQ, I only have my 2 charts up on my phone. If I'm trading gold, I only have the 2 charts on my phone for gold. So the table itself is meant for single screen. If you're on a single screen and I don't want to flip back and forth between my charts, I'm going to be looking like if I'm on the 1 minute, right, I'm going to have I'm going to look at the time frame display. I might want to look at the previous time frame, which will be the 45 or 30 second, and then I would want to look at the next time frame that I take importance, which is obviously the 5 minute. So I would set it like this. I would want to look at my previous time frame and my secondary time frame to see what they're doing or what the previous move was. That's all I use this for. So this is what I would see. Okay, my 30. Oh, I put a 30 minute. Let me switch that to 30 second. I never look at the 30 minute. There we go. All right, and the 5 minute, right? The last 5 minute was a cross down. It's still holding an uptrend. So I'm like, okay, it's still uptrending, so I have to be cautious for any short play because it's still technically uptrending. And the last cross down, right? And the last purple candle that was on the 5 minute were obviously already also devoured. So failed bullish moves here on the 5 are huge, right? You could kind of see here, if you draw your lines on these purple candles, you can see the breaks and the little retest, right? The breaks and then the little retest here didn't even hit it. And your little continuation push up. Failed bearish moves. Oh, look at gold respecting that 5 minute, that level, respecting the break of the range, right? Look at that. Retested it once, stop loss there, retested again, right? So it's clear as day. Yeah. Sometimes you guys want to overcomplicate it, and you don't need to. It's super simple. I'm looking at the same thing. I say stop losses are in place. Everything's there. All right. So that's what that table's for. I don't even have it on there anymore because if I have multiple charts up, I can see what's going on. I don't even have to look at it. So I just turn it off now. So a table, boom. I don't even have it on. I can see what my 5 minutes is doing. I can see my last candle. I can see my uptrend, and that's it. I don't even need it. If I'm on a phone that has a single screen, I will absolutely have it. So I have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. At 1 minute, cross down, pull down, almost down here to that level. Gold holding on. Oh yeah, look at that. Look where gold's holding on to, right? And sometimes, right, zooming out is helpful. You guys can do something like this, right? Right? You know the purple candles got devoured, so you know that these are invalid. The blue candles have still not been broken. They're still valid. Look where it's holding on. You guys can do something like that if you want, right? Just to kind of give you guys, sometimes zooming out is good, right? It's retesting this whole area. And if it can break down through here, let's see if it does. All right. Don't trade on Hopium, Penguin. That's right. It's you versus you, brother. Exactly, Grape. It's you versus you. NQ is just ugly. This is what I don't like with when I see these big ass candles. This is what I don't like when I see these big ass candles. Is they tend to mess around with them. Like, right, slowly broke above it, but it's kind of coming down. Obviously, I have this box up here for me, which I was I was eyeballing, right? It's like it's going to approach, it's getting closer and closer. And each time you're seeing a little bit of pullback, but then it bounces up the levels, gets closer, closer, closer. Right? That's what it's been doing so far, right? The 5 minute EMAs look horrible. They want to cross up. Like, it wants to cross up, but I think it's going to pull down some before it can cross up. They just look ugly. Like, NQ to me looks ugly as hell right now. Like, the entry points was this one. That was it. And then the break of this little range right here. This little range broke right here. That was another entry point for a long on NQ. Was not this break, right? Break, retest failed. Then here's your break, and then your second retest that did push up and then give you a little move up. That was it. And then this guy. That was it. Other than that, it's been ugly. Like you had the break of this candle over here too. When you had this purple candle break over here, right? The break, retest, 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 and then you push up, and then you see that respect there again. Right? These are these little things that people miss sometimes, little details, right? Quantum helps you really identify really clean areas for strong structure holds and things like that. But then it gets a little more technical. And I want you guys to focus on the basics first. I want you guys to focus on those little basic things first. And look at gold. Look at this. Let's zoom in on gold. All right. Look at this wick right on there. Right on there. Okay, I should put it a little further down here. Could have gone a little bit actually more. Still respecting that little blue guy right there. But you guys see, break, broke that blue, boom, retest, boom, move. Simplify it a little bit, right? Sometimes we overcomplicate it ourselves because we think we're seeing a lot and we're like, and then you just kind of like, nope, just blues, bears, purples, bullish, wait for the A++. Do I have room to go? Is it near level for confluence? That's it, right? Wait for the closures, wait for the retest, just like we were taught, in all those orb videos Max posted back in the day. I know everybody's watched those free Max YouTube videos. If you haven't, you got to go check them out. A lot of good sauce in those old orb videos that Max posted out. You guys need to go check those out if you haven't. So now we're waiting for this to break and hold below here, and you guys will be able to read the market just as well as Maestradamus does. There's no reason none of you can do it. You narrate it, right? I always narrate it. You guys start narrating it, you'll be like, oh damn, I just called what I was predicting, seeing what the pattern was that was forming, and it did it, right? It's gonna do it at a higher rate than when it doesn't do it. That's literally how I play the market. That's how I make my money. I repeat the same patterns over and over and over again. Look for the same risks over and over and over again. Yeah, Discord sucks, yuck. Wing nut, your levels are not showing. I have the set to the 1 and the 2 minute. So I see your 1 minute levels. I see your 2 minute levels up above. Try refreshing. If you're on the app's dumb sometimes. And that's on gold. Let me take a look where you're at. Yeah, that's right here. Oops. And remember, guys, those blue lines are not levels. Those blue lines I'm drawing because your chart looks the same as mine, brother. Like if I'm looking at it, right? The only thing I see Wingnut, and yours 743. So it's been 20 minutes. I only have that one here. Actually, no. Wait, yours. Hold up. Yours does look different. Hold on. Are you on GC? Because even your candle looks different than mine. You might be on a different ticker, and you might be on GC Wingnut. Because this candle right here, the 714 candle on yours looks completely different than mine. Actually, all your candles look different than mine. All your candles look completely different than mine. Oh look what's gold. Oh look at gold. Oh look what gold's doing. Oh gee guys, anybody catch that short while I was talking? Ha gee willikers. Gosh darn it. Look at you, yuck. Up for 100 on that. Oh let's go, guys. You guys were eating. Let's fucking go, dude. Oh let's go. Look at you guys. Eating it up, man. You guys are doing amazing already. Up $90, first time trading. Let's go, con man. Look at you guys. See, this is the beautiful part of it. You guys just listening to me. Oh my gosh, T Town Max BMW, dude. Wow. And it just does the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And you just gotta wait for the setup and go for it. Gotta lose now. Gotta lose now. That's a good problem to have, brother. Grape soda. Day one on con. Let's fucking go, guys. You guys are freaking amazing. Hold on, I'm gonna clip some of this. I gotta get some of this on here. Let me see. I'm gonna record it a little bit on this quantum. There we go. All right, start recording. All right, I gotta go back up. And I'm gonna record some of this because you guys are freaking killing it. All right, look at you. Paying enough 450 just on the setups and Wingnut. We're gonna figure out why you might be on GC or something because your candles are completely different. Look at you, yuck. Yuck, you're a killer, dude. You're just a natural born killer. And JL Hustle on the pro JL. Let's fucking go, brother. So you enter on the blue purple candle breakout. How did you use the 1 minute chart and compare it against the 2 minute chart? So when I compare the 1 and the 2, all I'm looking is for the EMAs going in the same direction. I want the 1 minute and 2 minute to potentially cross in the same direction, right? Right now we're in the middle of nowhere. I would like it to get closer to this level. But if this 2 minute candle starts pulling above here, this 447, let's say 40.47, but I want it to stay above it and close above it, it may start pulling up. And guess what we could potentially see here? We could see a 1 and 2 minute level forming up. But I'm going to wait because we're still in the middle of nowhere, right? There's still no guidance for me to show that I have support for a push up. I want to see this close above, right? Right now you have the 1 minute kind of trying, but look at the 2 minute. It needs to close above 47. I need to see it hold above 47, so it's pulling my 2 minute up. If it's not doing that yet, I'm not liking it because I'm in the middle of nowhere. Right? I do the same. I wait for the same kind of setup when we're at all time high. When we're at all time highs, I want to see both doing the same thing and holding where they're supposed to be holding. Because if now you're just going to try to catch a curl here in the middle of nowhere, right? Could it happen? It could, but it's risky because you're in the middle of nowhere, no support area. I would like it to get closer, a little closer down here to the 32 personally. But again, right? There's no reason why I couldn't do it either. But again, that's just my take. I don't like to just try to catch a reversal in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't mean it won't happen. It's just that's a preference of mine. It's Prince Habib up $90. Let's go, con man. This break of range on NQ was nice. It was absolutely slumber. Oh look, okay, see, like now, as long as it stays above this 46, right? This could push up further. We're gonna have a stack level potential forming up now. Again, right? Would I take this trade? Personally, no, because we're in the middle of nowhere. Even if it plays out, great. It's just not a good setup for me. Doesn't mean it won't happen. This is where you get picky, where you got to get picky with plays, right? Do you enter on 1 minute or 1 minute? Depends on the setup, con man. If I see a clean 2 minute setup, I may enter on a 2 minute. Oh, look, there's your buy signal on the 1 minute. Gee willikers. Again, right? That setup I wouldn't personally enter in. Doesn't mean it'll not play out. Gotta lose now. Dude, it's so fucking awesome to see you guys doing it already. Look at Drew, too. Drew killing it. Quick 200 off of that. And you guys are playing just with what you're hearing me say. Like, I'm not even telling you guys when to get in or nothing. You guys are just doing, look at you. Holy shit, Chris. That's John Stevens. Let's go, guys. Look at y'all killing it, man. Let's fucking go, Pashefata. Look at you guys. Oh, guys. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. And I'm already caught up. Look at y'all. I'm the pro Kachu. I'm the fucking pro Kachu. 1760. Hey, that's a payout. You just got $260, bro. Let's fucking go, dude. You just got $260 payout. Better not touch that shit. You take that money. Do not, dude. You just paid for your whole month and then some, dude. That's fucking amazing on a 25K account, dude. Let's get some W's for Kachu there. That's amazing, dude. The pro. Oh man, look at you, Wingnut. Everyone's man. Yeah. Do you like this buy signal on gold? It's right now. I have confluences. The 2 minute and the 1 minute. Just the risk is super high, like super duper risk. But there's your stack level, right? Beautiful. There it goes. Here's your stack level that's playing out right now, right? 1 minute, 2 minute stack level. That's your push. That's just like on NQ, the 1 and the 5 minute, the 1 and the 2 minute stack level formations are the bread and butter setups, right? Those are your S tier setups, right? Forget the A++. S tier setup is the A plus is the 1 and 2 minute confluence level formation. Like when you see those crosses about to happen at the same time, right? The ideal entry is not going to be at those candle closures. The ideal entry is right where this candle starts kind of pulling up, and your risk is usually below the break of that EMA curl, right? Doesn't mean sometimes it could still be a decent entry with super low risk because it could easily play out. I mean, right now it just pulled back to 50 and it's like kind of pulling back up a couple dollars. Still, right now, look, this is where you would use the cloud as a little gauge, right? Right now, look where it's rejecting, right? Right here, like there's your 2 minute cloud, could not break over 452. So this is where I'd be a little cautious as well because it is still downtrending. Remember, it is downtrending, right? There's that pull down. Now it needs to stay above 462, 4062. Oh, look. Oh, what just happened? There's your purple. So we know what to do now, right? If this purple closes, right, you have levels below too. So you know that you got support down here currently. All right, there you go. And now we're potentially in a range area. So now you have to be patient, right? There's more support on the bottom side than on the top side, but doesn't mean it still can't pull down. Remember, we're still downtrending. And if it does break down below, guess what it's going to potentially do? It's going to make a cross down now. It's going to form the stack level now down. That could potentially push us to down here. But now you have to be patient. So that was that stack formation gave you the pull up to that 2 minute downtrend. And that was it. That's all she could muster up at the moment. So now, yep, there goes. All right, let's see if we're going to see what I'm thinking we could potentially see. If it breaks down below, cracks through these. I mean, let's see if it holds it. But if it cracks through these, now it's going to do the opposite. We're going to have a stack level form down. That could potentially give us this push down. You have to wait, right? We're not just waiting for the breakout of here. We're waiting for the breakdown of this here too at 440, 450. All right. The time intervals I'm using, Dabs, 1 and 2 minute for gold. 1 in the 5 minute for NQ. FOMO hitting 0 that means time to call it a night. Time to call it a night if the FOMO's hitting. This is why you wait, right? You wait for that break. Look, popped itself back in. Still looks like it wants to pull down, but you have to wait. Remember, not just the tip game. Gotta wait for those breaks. So this is the move. This is the pause. Awesome. Yes, sir. I'm logged off and watching now. There you go. You the man. Let's go, Daps. Plus 561. Oh man, I got a big smile on my face. You guys, when I see you guys killing it already like that, it's how I know I'm doing my job here, making sure you guys understand this. And again, right, we're doing this every week. It's gonna get drilled in your heads. The setups are there. They're very easy to look for. You just have to wait. Let's go, Ken. 27. Ken, please do not fall into that profit envy, brother. Don't take those base hits. Get consistent, man. I know what that feels like. Trust me, I've been there so many times where I see everyone else's biggest wins, and I'm just like, should I do the same? And that leads to bad behavior. That leads to a lot of just headaches because you're like, why not me? And don't chase that, please. Like, if anything, guys, don't ever get FOMO from what you see everyone else doing. Right? We're all a little different. Some of us may have a big, deeper pockets to kind of have a little more fun with different accounts. Get consistent, protect those accounts. That's what I'm about. Remember, when I first started this, I didn't have the money. I blew all my money, and I had just enough money to buy that one other one. I had a little more than that, but that one account was my last account. My wife didn't let me quit. I was ready to quit. I was gonna go look for a job because I'm like, no, I need to start getting money before I come back into this. And I got that one Tradeify account, and I protected that Tradeify account as if it was like my last line. And I followed all my rules to the T. Right, 3 strikes I'm out. I did 5 micros, even though I hated it because I was trading 2 to 3 minis before, and I would have easily been done with one trade. But then I did lose a couple trades. I was like, oh, I'd probably be like, I would have probably already blown the account if I was trading minis. But with it, because I was trading micros, every time I lost a play, it was just like $40, $60 losses. But I was waiting and waiting for the good setups. I was easily hitting 250 every day, 5 micros, going 10 points, letting my runners go 10 points, and then I would just let it go wherever it came. 5 micros, 10 points is $100. You only need three trades to hit 250. That's it. It's very easy. Very easy to do if you're patient, right? A lot of us are not patient. That's the problem. Is a lot of us are not patient. We want to take a trade every second. Oh, look what it's doing. It broke out the little retest. Let's see if it breaks back in. Let's see if it's gonna do what I think it's gonna approach these levels down here next. That's what I'm thinking it's gonna come do. Right? We call this precision guessing. Right? We are analyzing the market, predicting what the move can be. Right? That's what we're doing. There it goes. Retest, reject, push down. We are doing the same routine things over and over and over again. Right? Trading in its sense, when you get really good at it, should become boring because you're doing the same thing over and over again. You're looking for the same setups over and over again, right? Your stop losses are there, pulling back into the range potentially, right? If you're not scalping, you already probably get pulled out here on that pullback. You're doing the same setups over and over and over again. You're not looking for things different, but it becomes kind of like a game at some point, right? Like it is for me now. I don't play video games anymore. This is my video game now because I'm testing several things. All right, guess what? Now we can do. Now the range is wider. Ooh, that's a huge 8:30, almost 8:30. We're getting a little volume push. There's a volume push at 8:30, right? There's a market that opens at 8:30, I believe. Ooh, that's going the other way. Big blue candle. Shanghai, yeah, there you go. See, Shanghai's opening at 8:30. Whoa, look at that. That just shot up. Wow. Now it's getting very volatile. Let's see, retest hold above 51, or is it going to break back in? Rejected the downtrend on the 2 here at 48, 458 and the quarter. Javi, when it retests a range or level, do you enter on the candle close? Or when I wait for a retest, so let's go over here, right, where the initial range was right here, right? So if I see the break, I see the retest, and it closes outside, I enter here, and my stop loss is this candle right here. So I would enter here, and then I would scalp on the push down, right? So this was 45, and normally I go for 1.5, right? Normally that's what I go for without stack levels. So if I entered at 45, would I have gotten 1.5? Yeah, I would have gotten 2. So I would have gotten $2 on that pull down right here. Stop loss up here would have been right there, 70. So about $2 as well. Little under $2 stop loss. Just about actually, almost exactly $2. All right, but I go into any place, I go in ready to take the L. Look at Yuck. Oh, guys, look at Chow Chow. Go to sleep, Chow Chow, guys. That's an amazing start for a volatile night. You guys are green. Call it a night. I'm green. I also made my little money already on my fundeds. So I'm gonna come in really fresh tomorrow. Another 150k to the collection, Jacob. Let's fucking go, dude. Look at Grand Penguin. Love it, guys. I love it. I love it. So here, let's see. Nope. So here you want to see this hold above, right? Let's see what that risk 483. That's a big candle though. Let's see if that jumps up or if it pulls itself back down and re-enters the range. So we got a few minutes before Shanghai opens, so it's gonna be some volatility now. Again, I don't like to be in trades when markets open up. FFS is back online. About time. Let me take a lookie. I'm gonna check mine because I know mine was off grid for a second. Yep, they're back online. All right, look at that. Retested and jumped. All right, I did test that just like that. Trailing already, just like that. We're up. I'm up. I already hit my 2 TPs. Yeah, that was it. 442. Easy. There you go. Still going. 60 bucks. Up 60 bucks. I'm gonna trail one out here. Just super easy. Boom, more push up. Let's go. There you go. Break and retest. Look at that. Oh, ta-da. All done. All out again. Just like that. Boom. Easy. You got it too? Everyone, let's fucking go. You see? Super freaking easy when you know what you're looking for. All right? Super freaking easy. And it's just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. You're not going to hold on to a play too long. You know when the play's dead. Let's go, Jacob. Let's fucking go, Jacob. That's what it's about, man. Stop being greedy. You guys don't understand how quick things add up, dude. They add up so freaking fast. Damn, bro. 32K since beginning of the month. That life change shit right here. So blessed to be here. Let's fucking go, Jacob, dude. That's a huge testament, brother. That's a huge testament, brother. Fucking amazing, man. That's what I love to hear. Look at it go. Look at it go. Break, retest, go. It's easy, guys. It's easy if you know what to look for. Patience, patience, patience. It's okay, Bronco. It's okay to miss out, man. There are setups for days. You're going to test, right? There's going to be times you're going to feel like the market's against you. That's a part of it too. Doesn't mean you shouldn't stop testing. You're going to be testing. Get used to what you're seeing, right? Know when to be patient. Know when you lost two trades in a row. You know what? I'm going to take a break. I'm going to wait because now the market's kind of fucking with me. Don't keep going after that. You got to control those emotions because I know what that's like, man. I've been there. Trust me. I've had my meltdowns. I remember what that's like. I know how much mental damage the market can do to you. Don't let it do that to you. Overcome that shit. Learn from it. Grow from it. Overcome it. You're going to start becoming invincible. Once you start learning to lose, right, you're going to have losses. I have losses. I've taken losses in Power Hour. You guys have seen, right? But what are like, usually they're super low risk. And I'm just already willing. I already accepted the deal. When I entered the trade, I already accepted the loss. I go into the trade already accepting the loss. That's what you guys need to do. Go into the trade already accepting the L. You come out green, feels even better. But you're just testing the same setups over and over and over and over again. I mean, we've seen a whole bunch of them play out tonight. A lot of you guys already caught some of them, right? But don't feel like the FOMO, right? You miss a trade, it's okay. They're going to be more, man. Look for those low risk setups that are going to be like, yeah, I like this one. Boom, go in. If it loses, oh well, it was low risk. On to the next. You're going to start learning. You're going to start feeling control. You're going to actually be in control when you can do that. Wingnut. You guys are fucking killing it today. I have popped so many accounts chasing it. It's exactly, Ken. Never chase. If the play's gone, let it go. You don't know how many setups I've just seen. I'm like, oh, damn, that looked like a good setup, and I missed it. Oh well. There was that day where I missed an easy stack level setup on Power Hour, right? There was 2 plays. I missed 2 plays. I never found one into it. I was just like, oh, I missed it. Oh well. That's it. You miss it. It's okay. I know there's setups. There's going to be more setups. I miss 1 or 2. Phew, there's going to be more. You just have to be patient. So I never want to say, oh, I missed out again. Like, it's okay. I always go, oh, cool. That setup looked nice. It played out. That's awesome. Because you know what? I probably would have gotten in that if I caught it. But that's it. I didn't. Oh, well. But it's still cool to see that when you see a setup, that setup look clean. Let's go, Stan. And that's a part of testing, Bronco. You see it setting up, test it, right? You hear me saying it. Test. Don't be afraid. Get out of that fear. You're going to lose some. Size enough early to get comfortable and used to the flow, right? Know where your risk is. There's stop losses there for you. You already know where the stop loss is, right? If you're in A++ setup, that line is that orange-red line is your stop loss line. If you're playing a range play, right, break out of range to retest, the candle that broke is your stop loss. If the range is super tight, you could use the whole box as your stop loss, right? If you're willing to take the risk. That's a part of testing. Narrate it, right? A lot of these guys, Sam, Stan, there's a bunch of you guys I remember seeing you guys narrating it. And as you're narrating, you're like, holy crap, it's playing out. That's the part of it. That's what I do. That's why I narrate during Power Hour. I've narrated this since I started building it. My wife was always the one to hear it all. She never understood what I was saying, but she would see the excitement in my face. Yeah. Continue the reversals. That's a lot of people try to do that, Ken. They try to catch those reversals. You can finally hear me, Roxanne. Don't worry, Roxanne. Anybody that missed out on what they could hear today, I did record this session, right? And we're about to wrap it up. So it's not going to be super duper long, but this one will be posted on my YouTube. The market is not leaving us. Exactly. Tomorrow's another day. So it's 4060.6 the next level it needs to break. Let's take a look. Yeah, you got a purple candle right here. After that, you got that level above, and that's where it's kind of holding down right now. You got it, brother. You got it, Kevin. You're seeing it. So you could draw that, right? And then, that purple already got eliminated, right? Doesn't mean it can't retest. It could come down and retest this little spot. Also, the uptrend on the 1 now. You got the 2 green, right? So your trend did flip here, but it's still inside of that box. NQ just like slowly trying to get up to that box. Like slowly. It is just slowly trickling up. That's right, Grape Soda. Life is hard, brother. And you know what's funny, man? It's like it's there. It's there for us to take. It's the discipline that we're missing. Just like when you go to the casinos, right? A lot of us go in there with money that we can't spend, and we expect to come out with double the money that we go in with. And then when we come out, we're devastated, and then the world is against us. Why does anything ever go my way? Well, if you couldn't go into the casino with money you couldn't lose, you shouldn't have gone to the casino in the first place. You got to be in the right mindset to come out. Like if you're not, you're gonna fall into that trap of I need it now. I need it to happen now, and you're just gonna go in and blow accounts because you need it now. You gotta go heavy. You're gonna take unnecessary risk. You're gonna go all in on the first play and most likely come out with nothing. That's just statistically, that's just what's gonna happen. It's a sad thing, but that's something we can overcome. Like we can overcome it. It's not easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy because it absolutely is not easy. I went through my hell too. Like I went through a lot of rock bottoms. And I didn't, it's still to me surprising that I'm here, like trading with you guys, doing this. It was just like literally that one little decision to not quit, that one little thing that my wife did not let me do is the only reason I'm here. Because I was done. That day I was done. The day I blew that $14,000 account, I was done. And that last account, that last Tradeify account where I was just 5 micros, just hit those small base hits, hit your targets. That finally did it. Like I stopped caring about the big wins. I stopped caring what everyone else was making. And I only cared about I hit my target, I'm done. I hit my target, I'm done. And I just kept doing that over and over again. Made 20K the first month without even realizing it. Because I was just hitting 250. Good night, Stan, brother. There was a buy signal. Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, that first one, that was riskier. Good night, brother. Yes, Roscoe. I'm recording this one, bro. Yes, Alsac. That's a great one. Feeling FOMO, go touch grass. Take a break, drink some water. All right, Jacob. Good night, brother. J-Rod, you got cooked on this one right here? The 812 one? Yeah, the entry on that one was this little pull up, but it was in the middle of nowhere. That's why I didn't like this one. Like I didn't like it. It's just it was in the middle of nowhere. Like I didn't enter this one at all. I entered on the break up here, J-Rod. So like what I was telling everyone, it's like when you're in the middle of nowhere, be cautious with these setups. I would have rather liked it to be down here closer to the levels. And then once I had the range, I played the range. I played this break of range, the break and retest. So be cautious on that, brother, for the future. Learn a lesson. It's a part of it. Gotta learn. Sounds good, Soda. I'm looking forward to it. I love stories, dude. Yeah, long get ripped. Break retest. Thank you, Megal. Good night, Pat. I'm glad everyone, hopefully everyone got to learn something. There were some really nice examples tonight. We went over the same setups that we always do. Nothing changed, right? Everything's simple. A lot of you guys ate. Saw somebody hit their payout buffer and everything on the pro, which is fucking amazing. Like, so amazing to see that. Take your time, guys. The market's always there. There's setups all the time. Just be patient for them. Wait for the ideal ones. They're there, right? Look for the low risk ones. Don't blow an account in one day. Don't blow a third or a fourth of your drawdown on one trade. That's like the main thing I try to preach. Right? Get comfortable with the setups, practice, narrate, do all that fun stuff. A lot of fun YouTube videos that you can check out already as well. There are going to be many, many more. So until tomorrow, everybody, have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me tonight. Don't let a green account go red. Good night, everybody. Peace out.